They say in the days when the world was still young and men could still speak with the spirits, there lived a man named Obinze, a clever farmer from the village of Ouminze. People said his tongue was sweeter than palm wine and sharper than a blacksmith's blade. He could talk his way into anything, and out of anything too. But Obinze's greed was like the dry season sun, it never knew when to rest. One evening, as the moon hung full and white over the thatched roofs, the elders of Ouminze gathered under the big udala tree. The harvest had failed. The yams were dry, the cassava bitter, and the sky had refused to send rain for many moons. The people were starving. Chickens wandered thin and restless, and children cried at night from hunger. The chief priest said the sky god, Chukwu, was angry because humans had forgotten gratitude. If only someone can go to the sky god and beg for mercy, the priest said, perhaps he will open his storehouse of rain once more. Everyone looked at each other in silence, until Obinze, with his usual sly grin, stood up. My fathers, he said, bowing dramatically, leave this matter to me. I, Obinze, son of Anin, will climb the heavens and speak with the sky god himself. The crowd gasped. No one had ever dared such a thing. But hunger makes even the foolish sound wise. The elders agreed. They gave Obinze their blessings, and the next morning, he set out with only a calabash of palm wine, some roasted yam, and his charm bag. Obinze walked for 3 days and nights through the forest of spirits. He crossed rivers that spoke in riddles and mountains that hummed ancient songs. Finally, he reached the place where the sky touched the earth, a silver tree that rose so high its top vanished into the clouds. Obinze tied his wrapper tightly, spat into his palm for luck, and began to climb. He climbed past clouds, past eagles, past the spirits of the wind who warned him to turn back. But Obinze only laughed. Tell your master I come in peace, he shouted. I only wish to borrow a little rain. When he reached the sky kingdom, everything shimmered with light. The ground was made of mist, and the houses were built of clouds. At the highest point sat Chukwu, the sky god, shining brighter than the sun. Who dares enter my home uninvited? The thunder roared. Obinze dropped to his knees, pretending to tremble. Great Chukwu, he said, bowing low, I am but your humble servant from the village of Ouminze. Your children are starving below. The earth cracks, the rivers are dry. I beg you, have mercy. The sky god's eyes softened. I see, he said, but your people are greedy. They take from the land and never give back. Obinze nodded quickly. Oh, great one, you speak truth. They are foolish, but not hopeless. If only you could lend us just 1 jar of rain, I promise to return it once the harvest comes. The sky god studied him for a long moment, then sighed. Very well. But remember, man of Ouminze, if you misuse this gift, I will know. He handed Obinze a large gourd sealed with lightning. When you open it, speak only the word Miri. And the rain will fall. When you are done, say Kusi. To stop it. Return the gourd when your harvest is full. Obinze bowed and thanked the sky god 1,000 times. But as he began his descent, a wicked thought crept into his heart. Why return it? He muttered. With this god, I could be richer than all the chiefs in Igboland. When Obinze reached Ouminze, the villagers ran to greet him. Did you see the sky god? They cried. Did he give you rain? Obinze smiled mysteriously. Prepare your farms, he said. By tomorrow, the heavens will dance for us. That night, he opened the gourd and shouted, Miri. The clouds gathered like cattle. The thunder roared like drums. Then the rain fell, heavy, sweet, endless. Rivers came alive again, and the earth drank deeply. The people rejoiced, dancing and praising Obinze. They called him Obinze the Rainbringer. But Obinze's greed grew. He began to use the gourd for his own gain. When people came to him for rain, he demanded goats, yams, and even daughters in marriage before he would open the gourd. Villages far and wide came to beg him, and his barn overflowed. Soon he forgot to thank the sky god, and he bragged openly, "Even Chukwu himself cannot match my power." One night, as Obinze slept, lightning flashed across the sky, and thunder shook the earth. A mighty voice boomed from the clouds, "Obinze, return what is not yours." But Obinze only laughed. "Catch me if you can," he shouted. The next morning, he tried to summon more rain, Miri. But instead of rain, fire burst from the god. The flames chased him through his compound, burning his yam barns and palm wine store. He tried to stop it, Kusi. But the words no longer worked. The people ran from him, crying, "Obinze has angered the gods." He fled to the forest, but the flames followed him, turning everything to ash. Finally, he threw the god into a deep river, where it sank and vanished forever. The fire died, but so did Obinze's fortune. From that day, he wandered from village to village, a beggar with only his empty calabash. Some say that on nights when thunder rumbles, you can still hear his voice echoing between the clouds, begging for forgiveness. And the old ones in Umu still tell their children, no matter how clever you are, never trick the gods, for their gifts are not meant to be stolen. Because of Obinze, the sky god never again lent his rain god to man. Instead, he gave the job to the spirits of thunder and wind, who decide when the clouds will open. And that is why, till this day, no one controls the rain, only Chukwu above. So, my friend, when next you hear thunder roar, remember Obinze, the man who tricked the sky god, and lost everything to his own greed.